everybody. We're Deux, and we're going to play some songs for you today. This first one's called Coal Miner in Kentucky. Well, there's a coal miner in Kentucky who's not feeling so lucky that you left the light on again. Well, he's working overtime, see, 'cause you're just too damn lazy to shut off the light, my friend. Well, his lungs need a good physician, 'cause you've got that air-conditioned house and boat and car and plane and train. Well, he's breathing air that's black down there where he sings that pickaxe. He's spitting fire so you can cool your brain. When you hit that power switch, another mountain's getting stripped. Well, there's a miner in Harlan County who hopes your garden blooms aplenty, and you can throw that refrigerator out the door. He's busting hard rock slate, and tonight he's gotta work late, so you can have ice cream, cold beer, and frozen corn. And while on this guitar I'm picking, a miner's wife is softly singing, come home, my love. But I got my amp turned to 10. Look out, the mountain's caving in. He's never, ever, ever gonna hold his love. When you hit that power switch, another mountain's getting stripped. Lesson there, turn the light off. This next one we're going to do is inspired one of my favorite poets, Kenneth Rexroth. It's called the Kenneth Rexroth Blues. Snow falling pure and white. Well, I wish you'd stay all night. Long about dawn, a gust of winds scatters the morn's first dew. And in the morning, gossip grows like weeds in the summer meadow. And that next night, the slow moon waned, and I never saw you again. Well, I believed our love would last 1,000 years. Roll on, roll on. Thought love would end where the sky begins. Roll on, roll on. I gathered violets all through the day to place on your pillow. And if I could touch you like your wet skirt, I'd soak away this hurt. But in a narrow bed with a folded quilt, honey, I sleep alone. And that next night, the slow moon waned, and I never saw you again. clear and white. Well, I wish you'd stay all night. Well, I believed our love would last 1,000 years. Roll on, roll on. Thought love would end where the sky begins. Roll on, roll on. Roll on, roll on. Roll on, roll on. All right, for Kenneth. This next one is one I wrote out on Block Island one cold winter, and it's called Cold Gray Ocean. 1, 2, 3. Woke up this morning in a house on a hill. I looked past the flowers on the windowsill at the cold gray ocean. Drank up some coffee, looked out at the rain. I'd be on a boat, leaving again at the cold gray ocean. I had a dream of dolphins and whales. I had a dream I growed a tail. I swam deep down to where there's only night. I had enough of dark. I swam for the light of the cold gray ocean. The herring gull, he flies so high, he don't seem fazed in the least by the cold gray ocean. Maybe if the ocean weren't so cold and gray, I could wrap my head around the immensity of the cold gray ocean. Yeah, the cold gray ocean. All right, this next one is an auctioneer song, and we call it Heart on the Block. Everything's for sale, from a mouse to a whale, but you put my heart on the block. Well, I lend it all to you with no money due. You put my heart on the block. Well, I thought you were my rock, but you sold me lock and stock. You turned a profit on our love. Well, I only held value if I was bleeding revenue. My bottom line was singing like a rock. 'Cause I bought you gold earrings and I fed you tasty things. For you I'd put my right arm in hock. No accounting for the need and your cupidness greed. You put my heart on the block. Who's got $1 dollar down, $2 dollar down, $3 dollar down, $4 dollar down? Slap that $5 on the block. Who's got $10 dollar down, $20 dollar down, $30 dollar down, $40 dollar down? Sold to the pink lady smoking on a corncob pipe. took my love-themed rhymes, you sold them for a dime at the pawn shop right down the block. So much for our bond, you sold me for a song, and you put my heart on the block. Yeah, your assets are prime, but for fiduciary crimes, they'll slap you right in the stock. Take this to the bank, your soul's credit's tanked. You put my heart on the block. Who's got $1 dollar down, $2 dollar down, $3 dollar down, $4 dollar down, up at $5 on the block? Who's got $10 dollar down, $20 dollar down, $30 dollar down, $40 dollar down? Sold to the she-wolf chopping on a big cigar. Sold. All right. This next one goes back to the ocean. It's called Jellyfish. We're going on down to Sharkfin Beach. Jump in the waves and swim. The blue, blue water beckons our arrival. Don't be the last one in. Jellyfish, why do you sting? Jellyfish, why do you sting? My baby went for a dip in the ocean. From up in the dunes I heard a yelling and commotion. She can't stop crying, scratching, or a-moaning, and I can't get through all that calamine lotion. A jellyfish, why do you sting? Jellyfish, why do you sting? Well, I was cooling off one July day when I felt the razor pain scratch across my face. I flailed and I floundered, barely made it to shore. I got stung, I got stung, I got stung some more. Jellyfish, why do you sting? Jellyfish, why do you sting? Flotation's groovy, so soothe me, don't sting me. Use your tentacles for love, not war. My baby just scratches, I just scream. Oh, well, Mona gets a bit obscene. We tried everything to scratch that itch. Next time we won't mess with no jellyfish. Why do you sting? Jellyfish, why do you sting? All right, this next one stings a little too. It's called Gone with a Handsomer Man. Worked in the fields all day, plowing the stony streak. I scolded the team till I'm hoarse. I tramped till my legs were weak. Well, I choked a dozen swears so's not to tell her fibs. When the plow point struck a stone and the handles punched my ribs. A handsomer man than me, that ain't too much to say. A handsomer man than me goes past near every day. I wonder who's dying or dead. She's hustled off pell-mell, but here on the table's a note, and probably this will tell. Good God, she's gone. She's often gone astray. The letter says goodbye, for I'm going away. A handsomer man than me, that ain't too much to say. A handsomer man than me goes past near every day. Curse her, I say, and give my curses wings. May the words of love I spoke turn to scorpion stings. Well, I'll love no woman again, but I guess I'll learn to pray and kneel as she used to kneel before she ran away. A handsomer man than me, that ain't too much to say. A handsomer man than me goes past near every day. All right. Sometimes when she leaves you, you just gotta get on a boat and head out. And this one's called The Anchor's Going Up. By the way, this is Johnny Wahoo Whitaker on the bass. You ready for this one, Johnny?
I sure am.
Oh, the anchor's going up in the morning, boys. Morning, boys. Morning, boys. Oh, the anchor's going up in the morning, boys. So tonight, we'll drink 'em all down. Go put your money on the bar. There'll be no place to spend it tomorrow, unless you cast your pearls at a seal or blow your bucks on a mighty young whale. Oh, the anchor's going up in the morning, boys. Morning, boys. Morning, boys. Oh, the anchor's going up in the morning, boys. So tonight, we'll drink 'em all down. slips like those for a bit. You'll go down fog and sleet and sheets of rain, and that's the way to pass a by brain. Oh, the anchor's going up in the morning, boys. Morning, boys. Morning, boys. Oh, the anchor's going up in the morning, boys. So tonight, we'll drink 'em all down. Hear that band stomp out one more song. Melody stirs madness where you're going. You'll hear that siren and say that she's a lark, and she'll chew your heart and spit it out on the locks. Oh, the anchor's going up in the morning, boys. Morning, boys. Morning, boys. Oh, the anchor's going up in the morning, boys. So tonight, we'll drink 'em all down. Go grab a bucket full of beer. You'll taste a sip for near a year. Fog and sleet and sheets of rain. Ooh, they'll pacify your brain. Oh, the anchor's going up in the morning, boys. Morning, boys. Morning, boys. Oh, the anchor's going up in the morning, boys. So tonight, we'll drink 'em all down. All right, this next song is by the late, great John Campbell, member of the Rhode Island Music Hall of Fame. It's called One Clam Cake. Little man, he was very sad, 'cause one clam cake was all he had. He heard a voice and it made him shake. You get no clam in one clam cake. One clam cake, it's in the middle. One clam cake, please answer me this riddle. If you pimp by the clam shack and hit the brake, will you get a clam in your clam cake? Oh. Little man, he went to Galilee to grab a half dozen down by the sea. He didn't want a burger and he didn't want a shake. He just wanted clam in his clam cake. One clam cake, it's in the batter. One clam cake. Hey, what's the matter? You must be from Johnston or Silver Lake if you think you get a clam in your clam cake. Ooh. 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 Well, it's a quahog crawler, and that says a lot. It'll bust up your belly and it'll stop up your gut. You mix it in a bowl with aluminum foil, and then you scoop it and you scoop it and you boil it in oil. One clam cake, it's effervescent. One clam cake, it's practically fluorescent. You wanna make something makes your belly ache. It's a deep fried hand grenade in that clam cake. One clam cake, it's good and greasy. One clam cake, it could be easy. You might get lucky and the string might break, and then you'll get a clam in your clam cake. Ooh. Clam cake. Ooh. One clam cake. So the story goes that these clam shacks down there in Galilee, they only have one clam, and they tie it to a string. And if you're the lucky guy and the string breaks and you're the one that gets that clam in your clam cake, what a wonderful world. All right, thanks for that one, John. We got one now. I wrote it a long time ago. It's called The Cuddy Sark, and it used to have 2 verses, and John Campbell told me to write a 3rd verse. And about a few months ago, I finally wrote a 3rd verse, so this is for John. Nanny with flying locks is our figurehead. She guides us bravely through the sea. The bottom of the ocean has become many a man's bed, but air still breathed by all of we. It takes a brave man to board the Cuddy. You gotta be more than brave, you gotta be lucky. Oh, they're all brave men aboard the Cuddy Sark. With all the sheets the wind will soon be Paisley hard. Under our pillows rush walrus and whale. With hopes they stay beneath our feet, while our heads swim in sleep in the fiercest of gales, as we dream of the lassies we'll soon meet. It takes a brave man to board the Cuddy. You gotta be more than brave, you gotta be lucky. Oh, they're all brave men aboard the Cuddy Sark. With all the sheets the wind will soon be Paisley hard. Sweet Nanny neath the bowsprits, all barnacled and buxom. In the south latitudes, she's rounding the horn. She rants and she roars through all sorts of weather, and our sails never slack. We just dance through the storm. It takes a brave man to board the Cuddy. You gotta be more than brave, you gotta be lucky. Oh, they're all brave men aboard the Cuddy Sark. With all the sheets the wind will soon be Paisley hard. It takes a brave man to board the Cuddy. You gotta be more than brave, you gotta be lucky. Oh, they're all brave men aboard the Cuddy Sark. With all the sheets the wind will soon be Paisley hard. Thanks so much for having us in your homes. We're going to close things out with an instrumental called The Belle of May, a song I wrote in tribute to the great Mother Maybelle Carter. Thanks for having us. Good night.